Salut and welcome to today's vlog. Today in my series of catch-up vlogs I'm going to be talking to you about a trip I made in February to see my friend Katie in Lille. She's also doing her Erasmus exchange, but she studies French, so I think she had like a bit of heads up on the language than me, but she was based in a university whereas I'm based in an arts college, so we have very different experiences going on. And yeah, so I wanted to go and see her town in Lille. So this vlog is all about my adventures in Lille. To see Katie, I took my first covoiturage. I'm a regular now, but at the time it was my first, so I was a bit nervous. Covoiturage is basically car sharing in France. So there's a website, so it's all official and it's all legit, where you just arrange to car share with people who are going in the same direction. Essentially strangers, but it's normally a car full of good conversation, there'll be other people, so after I got over the first one, it was fine. Mum, I survived. By day, Lille is just such a nice city. The buildings are typically French and it just felt really colourful that day. While we were walking through the city centre, we walked past this band and they just summed up Lille by day for me. They were brilliant. Katie previously come to see me in Orléans for my birthday, so I thought it would be great to go and see her also in the new year. So I went down and I kind of forgot that it was Valentine's Day weekend, so when we went out to get some food, everyone must have thought we were a couple, but it was a mate day. We were mates on a date. And she introduced me to galette, which is a very French dish. It's kind of like a savoury crepe, but they fold it into like a little square and it's got lots of fillings in. Mine was egg based something, but it was really nice. Also, during my walkabout by day in Lille, we walked past a manifestation, and that's just another word for protesting in France. I think this protest was about fox hunting, but no matter where you go in France, you will always find someone protesting. The French love to get their opinion out. So we just turned the corner of the street and we saw loads and loads of people like this. But when in France, it was okay. After that we turned in the street, wanted to get some coffees, and then we got prepared to meet some of our friends in the evening. Now by night, Lille was amazing. It's just because it's such a big student city, there's always so much to do. The first night, me and Katie, after we ate, after we tried galettes, we went to have a few drinks with our friends in a bar, and that was nice. Lots of people. It was busy. Compared to Orléans, where there's like the Rue de Bourgogne, and that's like a long, it's a big street, don't get me wrong, and there's a few bars on, but they all close quite early. Maybe like 1:30, 2. Anyone from Leicester listening, I know, 1:30, 2. And then there was a house party the next day, and I've just got a lot of love for house parties, French house parties. But we prepared well. We had a nice little Mexican night, and then we did a bit of YouTubing and tried to be Beyonce, which became a running theme for the night of just saying always be Beyonce. I'd slip in some videos, but I don't think YouTube's ready for our skills. We were just wow. But as soon as we got to the house party, I'd got used to the French way of greeting, so I just went around everyone doing the whole bisous with a little introduction like, "Hi, I'm Jadene. Are you English? You French?" And that was just nice to get talking, and then once you've done your rounds of saying hi, you just felt comfortable, you could just settle in. So that aspect of French house parties I really like, because then you get to know everyone very quickly. My highlight from the night was going to get a takeaway, and I know that shouldn't be a highlight, but it was the way it was done. There was, I don't even know why I didn't notice till I get to the takeaway, but there was 3 of us. Me, a girl called Emma, and a French guy whose name I forgot. I'm sorry. But he was the highlight, because when we got to the takeaway, how I hadn't noticed, he had a squirrel mask on his head. And he kept the mask on to make the order. It's just beyond me. It was a really, really good night, and I had a really good time. I just can't stop saying really. It was great. It was a nice little mini break. I got to see a different side of France, and I got to catch up with a good friend. I also managed to bump into Chi. He's another student studying in Leicester, the opposite uni to me, but we met through dance and things like that, and he is loving his Erasmus exchange too. The photo's a bit blurry, but that's a picture of us, 2 Brits, 1 Latina bar, France. And the fact that they had a Latina bar just made me really happy that I could get a bit of shimmy salsa on. So in summary, my Lille adventure was really good. I got to see one of my good friends, Katie. I got to experience life in a big French city, which is really different. And I just got to be around lots of French and English people. It was a really nice mix. But in future, I would take note if you go away or you happen to go on a little road trip on the 14th of February, no matter where you are in France, probably no matter where you are in the world, it will be Valentine's Day, and there will just be couples everywhere. So if you want to get a meal, book a table in advance, just as a warning. But apart from the Valentine's Day couples, everything was just a really good time. So until the next vlog, I will sign out and update you later. A bientôt!